Most people want something different in their lives, but they are not prepared to do something different. Welcome to a brand new episode of the Uncovered Breakfast Podcast. I am your host, as always, Suleiman Steele, and today I'm joined. I've been waiting for this intro. I've been working on it for like 10 weeks. So today, I'm joined by Barry Mitchell, business owner, entrepreneur, author, teacher, facilitator, business development facilitator, father, husband, and most importantly, an African.
So you've been practicing, Charlie. You have been practicing.
Oh, man. How are you?
I'm good.
After the intro.
I'm excited about today's topic, actually. I've been wanting to speak about this because I am tired of seeing people who want shit and are not prepared to put themselves out there and do something. They want everybody to do something for them.
For sure.
You know, and I wasn't going to talk about politics, but we got elections coming up, and guess what? That's what's going to get people voted in, is because people are going to sit there and go, what can they do for me? What can they give me? What can I get out of this? I came to this conclusion a long time ago. What can I do for myself? If I'm going to create a change in my life, in my business, for the people around me, for the people in my community, for the people in my country, for the people on my continent, well, it starts with me. What am I prepared to get up and do?
Yeah.
And that's today. That's what we're talking about. Is most people want something different, but they're not prepared to do what it takes to get something different.
I mean, it's such an interesting thing, especially in our space or in our business, which is personal development. Most people, because they want to attend your programs, yes, I'd love to, I want to be there, and then they don't.
Well, they just find stuff to get in the way.
Okay, well, that is interesting.
I don't really want to be there. I want to have what it'll give me, but I really don't want to be there because I'm not really prepared to do what it takes.
I want the end of it.
Yeah. So it's like getting fit. Yeah. I really want to have a good body. I really want to be. That would be. In fact, I think the words go like this: that would be nice to have.
Mm.
Not I really want that. That would be nice to have.
Yeah.
But I'm not prepared to do what it takes to get there. I'm going to find a shortcut or an easy way, and the world's teaching us that. I don't know, that there's easy ways to get shit.
And that's a funny thing, right? So, I mean, like I also realized it's something that sort of applies to social media marketing as well, where people think that it's easy. So like we've been reading the YouTube formula, and when he speaks about this, it's going to take you time to build up a community, to build up an audience. And it's the same when you run a business, right? It's going to take you time to get to where you want to get to. So if your business is being 5,000 Rand a month, you're not going to get to $1 million in a month, or in a year. Not even in a year. No. It's going to take you time to get there. But do you think that it's because the world is changing that much that people think that you can get things? I can get it now. It's going to happen now.
Yeah, well, I think the world we're in such an instant gratification world that, you know, you want a song, you get it now. You want a movie, you get it now. I want breakfast. Well, what do? I go on Uber Eats, I push Uber Eats in 20 minutes time, breakfast delivered to my office. I don't even have to get off my ass and go get it. I don't even have to go to the kitchen and make it myself. No. So we live in this world where so much can come to us so fast.
Yeah.
Yet, that's not how success works. That's not how creating wealth works. That's not how building business works. That's not how becoming fit works. You know, that's not how losing weight works. And so I think it's the world that we live in, and people have just got into this idea that if I want it, I can have it, and lost sight of the hard work that it takes to get it done.
Yeah.
And hard work is lost sight of the shit that you've got to go through to make something really big happen.
Yeah.
You know, people don't want that. I think in some terms, We're actually mentally, people are getting weaker and weaker and weaker. It's a mental game. You know, if you want something, how are you going to do it? The easiest thing for people to do is find a reason why they can't have it, not why they want it, and what do they need to do to get it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, that's interesting because I was driving yesterday and I saw an ad from one of the banks where they were talking about, so it's basically like building your dream job, building your dream business will take time, but getting your business loan won't. I love that ties in so nicely to what we're talking about because they talk about you can get this loan right now to build your business over time
And go seriously into freaking debt.
Yeah. How many people have you seen that happen to where that's the first thing then they do? They start a business or whatever, and then they go get a loan or go get funding from somebody and
then buy a nice car.
yeah. Yeah. Get the nice office space.
So I think that's an interesting thing because what I see Silly a lot of times is one, it's pretty hard to get loans when you're starting up a business. Two, people don't focus on really what that money's for because they don't really know what they want to have and what they need to do. But your point is this, yeah, it's much easier to go and get someone to give you money than it is to go create your own money. What I mean is get out and sell it and generate income and fund your business and sell more and generate more income and fund your business. You know, how many people are sitting around waiting to say, I mean, how many times have you heard me in seminars say, how many of you like your own business? And people put up their hand and go, why don't you have your own business? The number one reason, I don't have any money. No one will give me money. And then my comment is you don't need money to start a business. You can start a business. Free an egg. You go find some, how do you start a business? You register it. If I wanted to start another business, I register it. I'd register a business. I'd go out, I'd find some people some business owners that they can't sell their products for whatever reason because they suck at sales maybe. And then I'd say, hey, if I represent you and if I go into the market, I've started a business. They start the product, they do the product. What's my business? My business is out selling. Now, it may not be the ideal business that I want to create in the future, but what I do is I generate income by selling. That's hard. Most people don't want that. What they want is I have a great idea and you must give me the money. You know, I go back to, you know, when I watch things like Shark Tank, one of the first questions I ask people is, how much sales have you done? How much of your own money have you put into it? And in other words, what are the hard yards that you've tried to push through before we give you any money?
Yeah.
And when people stand up there and go, oh, it's a great idea, it's going to take 1% of the market or 2% of the market, and you know, this is a 100 billion market, billion market, and all I need you to put some money in and then we'll make money together. How often do they get the money?
Never.
They don't. Why? Because those guys know, those ladies know, those people that have created wealth know you have to put in the hard freaking graft to make it happen. And once you prepare to put in the hard graft and start feeling the heat and pressure, then they're prepared to look at you.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you started off with saying you don't want to speak about politics, but I mean, it's not really politics. It's more just the thing of, because as you said, and it's happening, there's a lot of elections happening globally. Yeah, it's 2024. And it's pretty much sort of the same. I feel like it's the same narrative where everybody's saying the same thing.
We're going to give you everything you want.
Yeah.
For free.
Yeah. And most people actually don't know what they want. Because I mean, now look at here in South Africa, most people, what they want is basic service delivery. And now you're telling me,
well, what do people want? They want a better life.
Yeah.
They want a better business.
Yeah.
Okay, what's going to give you a better life? What's going to give you a better business? Relying on someone to give it to you?
No.
You got or building it yourself. Hopefully legally, ethically, morally, but building it yourself. But that's hard. It's damn freaking hard. And especially when people think they're in dire situations and you know, in environments where they can't see how they can get out of it. And that's not only where people live. That's, you know, people have dug themselves into financial holes and all that sort of stuff. Well, how do you get out of it? You look at your situation, you identify the situation you're in, you're honest about the situation you're in, and then you create a plan and action that plan to get out of it. Now, that may take you 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. That's what people don't want. What they want is what they want to have tomorrow. That's why people go and buy the friggin' lotto. Why? Because just in case they would, my life would change. But it's much easier to actually just go and hope that you're going to win the friggin' lotto than it is to do the work to make the money.
Do you think that your life would change? Like, not, okay, I think it could be different for you, but like for the average person, do you think that their life would actually change for the better or for the worse if they were to win the lottery? I think like now the number is at like 103 million or something.
For the worse.
Why?
Because they don't know how to handle money. For the average person, they have not. They don't. For the average person that queues up there, the average person's in debt. The average person's not managing their money. The average person doesn't understand anything about investing. So what do they see? What they see is when I win 120 million, my life's going to change. Damn right, it's going to change. For a couple of years, you're going to have the best friends that you ever had. You're going to have people surrounding you. What are most people going to do? Buy a bigger house, bigger cars, bigger holidays, all that sort of stuff. So I don't know. Instead of shopping at the $1 store for your jeans, now you shop at the $10,000 store for your jeans. You still got to buy jeans, but and eventually what happens is that doing or spending money is what they used to doing, and they'll have no money in it. And guess what? Then your life will really suck. Because then people say, oh, well, sorry, you're the dude that won 120 million. How much do you have left? Oh, no, I'm broke. Well, then you're a complete asshole. I mean, does that make sense? No, people will be listening to this saying, not me. Well, I just asked the question, what are you doing with your money at the moment? How much of your money are you saving? How much of your money are you investing? And if the answer is, well, I don't earn enough. Well, no, though. It's not that you don't earn enough. Well, yeah, you don't earn enough, but you don't manage the money that you have.
Mm. You know, and I think that was like one of the massive shifts for me when you were teaching cash flow last year, I think it was. And you made that exact same word, right? People always say when I have more money than I'd invest, right? I'll put money away. And you always ask the same question, well, why are you not doing it now? Well, yeah, I don't earn enough. And for me, it was like, wait, it's not that you don't earn enough money, it's actually you don't manage your money correct. Right? You manage your money in a way that you don't have enough money because you're spending on things you don't need to spend on.
Yeah, because it's hard. Because it's hard to cut out all the things that you don't really need to create something that you want to have. You don't really need DSTV. Oh, but it's nice. No, but you don't need it.
No, yeah.
If you don't have that spare cash, why do you need to spend, I don't know, 750, 800, 900, 1,000 rand a month on that? Well, what am I going to do on weekends? Well, use that time and apply it to creating some additional income. So you save that $900. It doesn't seem like a lot. You see, that's the problem is people go, oh, it's only $900. What I want is $1 million. I mean, how many times do I hear in seminars? How much do you want? All of it. Lots. What's that? No, what does that mean? It's because people can't comprehend what that actually means. Yeah. And then when we drill down, we go, look, if you had 20,000 every month compared to what you bought, my life would be much better. Yes, what are you doing to get 20,000? So you know, part of it is that one is people don't comprehend that. You know what? One of the best things that I have learned over the years from Robert Kiyosaki and from the times all the years I've been teaching cash flow 101 and the rich dad stuff is Robert says this. He says it's not how much money you earn. It's what you do with the money you earn. Mm-hmm. You see, what people are looking for is, if I want the end result, yeah. Well, you get the end result by understanding what to do with what you get. You know? Yeah. So if you are fat and lazy and you want to get fit, well, you have to start learning how to get fit. You're not going to wake up tomorrow morning and have the body of Adonis and have a six-pack. You're not. And most people understand that, and it's ludicrous. So they make the decision, either they're not going to do it and then they justify why they can't do it, or they go in the path of trying to get it done. And it's damn friggin' hard. Yeah. You know, or I don't know, you take the short circuit and go for a body sculpt and get stuff cut out or get stuff put in silence, but it doesn't change your behavior. So eventually you'll just default back to where you were. So there's that route. Mm-hmm. You want to get fit, you've got to exercise. Whether you like exercise or you don't like exercise, whether you are athletic or not athletic, if you want to get fit, you have to exercise. That's the way it works. Yeah. You can't take a pill and wake up tomorrow morning and get fit. Mm. No, you can't. So that journey is freaking hard. And the fitter you want to get, and the more you want to create out of that journey, well, the more you're going to focus on what needs to be done and who you need to be to get it done. And it's exactly the same in business. You want to build a good business, you have to do what people who build good businesses do. You can't just wake up and say, oh, I got a loan, I've got a good business. Oh yeah, but you're in debt. Yeah. You've got to put together the functions of having a good business. So are you prepared to do what it takes to achieve what you want to achieve? In my experience, most people in the world want to have, but that's why, I mean, you look at all over the world, people friggin' hating on millionaires and billionaires, and it's unfair that they have what friggin' heck, what would those people prepared to do to get what they've created?
Madness.
And notice that most of the people that whinge and whine and complain are the people that have created literally friggin' nothing in their life. They've lived off the system. Yeah, they've lived off. I look at it in the States. You watch the US. All the people that are complaining about billionaires, a lot of them are friggin' sucking off the system. They've never built anything in their life. They haven't built a business that's employed thousands of people. So,
and that's always the fascinating bit about people who want to take down billionaires, the millionaires and the billionaires of the world, because it doesn't, without them, we don't have what we have, right, in terms of jobs.
But what if the entrepreneurs are not out in the market building businesses and going through the hard friggin' pains that it takes to build a business, where are they going to get jobs from? You know, it is what Traction, Gino Wickman says that he estimates 3.5% of the world population are visionaries. What are visionaries? The true entrepreneurs, people that they can see a much better world, who go after creating a much better world. Those 3.5% of the population of the world create 2/3 of all jobs.
That's not understanding.
Then, yeah, 2/3 of all jobs. They create the environment through what they can see and how they make a change that allows the opportunity for people to come in and work. And so is it wrong that they create jobs for thousands and thousands of people, and in return they make a lot of money? As long as there's fair exchange, as long as people working in their organizations are getting a fair wage, are getting paid fairly,
yeah.
What's the problem? But people hate on these people for doing that. Why? Because they don't understand what it takes to build something like that, because they've never friggin' done it. And people tell me, I'm going to quit my job and start a business. How hard can it be to start a business? I'm like, what do you mean how hard can it be? Have you ever run a business? No, but I've worked in a business and I've been a manager and a director. Yes, and who gave you the money to run that business? And who paid the salaries? Oh, well, the shareholder's good. Well, it's a very different friggin' prospect when you have to go out and start your own business and look after those type of things. That's where the heat and pressure comes in. And that's what people, I could build my own big business if I really wanted to, but I don't know. Not if you really want to. You don't want to, that's why you're not doing it. And then those people complain about why it's unfair.
Yeah, that's also, I mean, that's also an interesting one, right? The whole fair and unfair thing, which has been baffling my brain for the longest time around millionaires and billionaires.
I've managed to also other things.
Yeah, baffling your brain. Another thing's baffling my brain in the world out here. But it's, like, for me, I sit there and I go, people are saying, so I'll take Elon Musk for example, and people are like, oh, it's unfair that he has what he has. And I'm like, how is it unfair though, considering what he's been doing for the past 20, 30 plus years, building different, like, for example, something as simple as PayPal, which he built and helped build and helped create.
Yeah, very, very different. As simple, not as easy. Yeah. How hard was it to go through the process of creating that? Having partners, testing, not testing, having failures, things that didn't work. That people don't see that.
People see the elbow of him selling it for 1.5 billion or whatever he sold it for, and they're like, I want that. And is that
what they want is they want the end result, yeah. But they don't. They're not prepared. They don't want to do what was done to get there, and they're not prepared to understand what was done to get there, and how it started and where it started, and you look at like Jeff Bezos. On all accounts, he started in his garage.
Yeah.
But
selling books.
And people, he must have been lucky, or he started and then worked from there over how many years? Robert Kiyosaki, he became part of their story. Stayed in their car and then lived in their friend's basement while they started building what they built.
Yeah.
What sacrifice did they take?
Massive.
And
that's just like, that's heat and pressure already on you as a couple. Right? It's just like as a team, that's already pressure. Because now you're trying to build this thing, so we sacrifices that are insane.
100%. I mean, I've watched comments around people making comments on Donald Trump and his business, and and making comments. He doesn't understand business. I'm like, are you stupid?
He doesn't understand. He don't Trump. Trump doesn't.
I'm like, well, you may not like the guy, may not agree with his who he is, and great.
Yeah.
But goodness me, to build to that level, there's no ways you don't understand business. There's no ways you don't understand negotiation. There's no ways you don't understand people. And people make these comments. It'll be interesting when you go and actually look at where those people operate. A lot of those people, again, never created anything in their life. They're living off someone else.
Yep.
They're not creating anything, living off someone else, expecting someone else to give it to them. So whatever you want to create, whatever you want to have, what are you prepared to do? And are you prepared to do the hard frigging things it takes? Mm-hmm. You know, I'm growing to really like David Goggins, and I've been reading a lot of his stuff and listening to a lot of his stuff, and it's exactly that. And he says it. He says, you know, what are you prepared to push through? What are you prepared to push through? How brutally prepared to become? You know, when I first started working on Blair Singer, you know, Blair had to say, be relentless.
Yep.
How relentless are you prepared to be on yourself? What risk are you prepared to take for yourself? Is it always going to work? No. I think that's where people fall into it. They want to be sure that it's going to work. Nothing frigging sure.
Yeah.
There's no certainty in the world. No certainty in the world. Other than the fact that one day we're going to die.
Yeah.
Right? Other than that, there's no certainty. There's no certainty in results. But what there is, there's certainty in what you can control and the actions and activities you take. You know, we have a 5-day program coming up at the end of this week.
Yeah.
Well, there's no... I've sold the program. We have 22 people coming on the program. About 5 days of... I know it'll be wonderful change. And I'm going to do everything in my part. But I just know that we're going to go through the process and the results will be the results.
Yeah.
There's no certainty. There was no certainty that when we decided to do the program and I booked the venue and everything, that people would come.
Mm. No, and at all.
Does that make sense? Yeah. You know, we're planning on doing a big casual event coming up in the next couple of weeks.
Yes,
There's no certainty that we're going to fill that room.
No.
But our experience and the journey we've taken and 18 years in the training game and understanding a sales process and so on and so on gives us faith and belief that if we do that, we'll hit those results.
Yeah.
But there's no guarantee. I mean, we could sell out that event and then, I don't know, someone decides they're going to shut down the venue and suddenly overnight, well, that happens. And that's what people don't want. What they want is they want to have that, and if I do it, I must be guaranteed. There isn't a guarantee, and that's what stops people. So what risk are you prepared to take? And those risks grow. You know, the bigger you become, and the more you prepare to push yourself, and the more heat and pressure you prepare to take, the bigger the risks you can take. People don't want to take risks. Mm-hmm. You know, people say, oh, but you to build a business and be an entrepreneur, you have to be a risk taker. Well, to sit around and do nothing, you better be a risk taker. To rely on your job every month and hope that the people that are running it from the top level or investing it, well, guess what? It's going to be a freaking risk taker.
I mean,
I'd rather be in control of my risk taker.
Because if you look at like Mike just said there, you look at, for example, Lehman Brothers and Enron and all of that, right? You, as an employee, you would take the risk that everything's good.
100%.
Next day you come to work.
Everybody's a risk. Yeah. So what risk are you prepared to take? And more, and it's not stupid risks. That's what people get wrong. They think they're highly successful people take calculated risks, and they take risks based on what they understand or what they're learning, and they look at things. You know, I can remember having a dinner conversation with Robert Kiyosaki. There was a number of us. Robert was out here. We went out to dinner with him, and we were talking about. We were talking about opportunities that existed in Zimbabwe, and Robert said, okay, so I get the opportunity, but let me ask you this, what's the bullshit in the deal? In other words, what's the risk? Mm. And I heard the other day from Dido, the CEO, is he says, the one question that a lot of people aren't prepared to ask themselves is, what's the thing that's going to get in the way? What are the things that will stop this happening?
Yeah.
Okay, so so people don't sit there. So you go, okay, that's what I want to have. What do I have to do? What's my plan? What are the things that will get in the way? How do I mitigate those type of things? What heat and pressure is going to come up? When is it going to come up? How do I think it's going to come up? And what are the things that I can't see? And then you make a decision whether you're going to do it or not.
Yeah.
So in order to have something, well, you have to take action. People know that. But in this world today, people just want it too freaking easy, man.
Now, I fully agree with you there. I was just thinking about like the sort of like the Cristiano Ronaldo and analogy where everybody wants to be Ronaldo, right? Everybody wants to be this great athlete, great footballer, but they don't understand the sacrifices and the risk that he has taken consistently to get to that level, to be able to play at that level. And like you said, you had said mitigating the heat and pressure, but you also have to be very aware that the heat and pressure is coming. Yeah, in some way, shape, or form. You don't know what it's going to be exactly, but at least if you prepare for it, you have a better chance of getting to where you want to get to, right?
So when the heat and pressure comes, don't give yourself a back door. You know, I'm just sitting here thinking, and you're talking about Ronaldo, and you're talking about, I'm thinking of my journey. You know, in the 18 years of building this training business, I made a commitment. So I've never put myself in a position where I said to someone, for example, I said to Blair, I'm coming to the States to do your 6-day program or your 7-day program. And then have them convince me why I have to come. I have to convince myself. So I go, okay, I want to do that. What's the reason? I get in the game, I pay for the thing. Now I've got to find or I commit. Now I've got to find a way to do it. What people don't do is they don't commit. They wait until everything lines up before they commit because they don't want to create that risk. So I don't know, I bought a franchise, started a franchise called Sales Partners 18 years ago with Blair Singer. How do I get in the game? I committed a huge amount of money that I didn't have. And that was a risk. But because of my values and who I believe I am, I was going to do everything in my power to honor that commitment. Now, does it always turn out the way that I expected? No. You know, I borrowed some money in order to get in that game. And it took me at least 2.5 years longer than expected to pay back that loan. Yeah. But I paid it, and I did everything in my power. I didn't run away from it, but I knew that I had to get in it with the right intention. What happens if people want what they want to have, but they're not prepared to make that wholehearted commitment to friggin' do what it takes and confront the stuff that gets in their way when it gets in their way, when it's not working the way they hoped it worked. And that for me is the journey to create something bigger and bigger and bigger for yourself, whatever that's going to be. So, if you want to have something, have the guts to freaking go after it. And have the guts to do what it takes. And have the guts to, I don't know, for me, to back yourself, back your team, back your business with the understanding that it's not going to be friggin' rosy. It is going to be friggin' hard. But when you get it through, you'll get the lessons, you'll get bigger and bigger and bigger and start achieving what you want in your business and in your life.
Yeah, I think like even in the YouTube formula, he speaks of a Spanish explorer
Columbus.
Was it Columbus? I don't know.
No, he's a historian.
The one who burnt the ships.
Oh, yeah.
The ships and said, we either get out or we're going to die.
100%.
That's it. You talk about risk.
It's no back door.
Yeah, exactly.
No back door. So what do you want to have? We want to have victory. Great. No back door.
Yeah.
You know, so I think in this world today, everyone wants a back door. And then they create their own back doors. Oh, it's not. Well, if things were better, then I'll be able to do it. If this was this, if this person did this. So what you're saying is I don't want it bad enough.
Yeah.
How badly do you friggin' want it? And how are you going to get it done and get the other things done too?
Because things will never get better, right? Because if you consistently say, I'm waiting for things to get better, I'm waiting for the right time.
You're not going to be waiting.
Because you're not actually taking any action within yourself.
I'm not waiting for the economy to get better. I'm not waiting for the exchange rate to get better. I can't control any of that stuff. I'm not waiting for the government to do something for me. If they do, great. If they don't, great.
Yeah.
What I'm waiting for is, what can I do myself? What am I taking control of today? I have a to-do list on my board. What am I going to do today to move me and my team and my business to the next level? I'm not waiting for anything else. That's going to look after itself. Does it make sense?
Yeah, that'll be your control.
It's totally out of my control. So in order to have what I want to have, I have to look down and say, what am I prepared to do? What can I control? What actions can I control? And then what heat and pressure am I prepared to take? And go from there. And then you'll get what you want to have. Over a period of time, when the timing is right for you to get it.
Over a period of time.
And that's it.
That's it. That's all. Any final words before we wrap this up?
No, just back yourself, man. Back yourself, back your business. Learn. Learn from the things that are hard. Learn from the things that don't work. Because that's where the best learning comes. But be prepared to put yourself in the heat. Be prepared to face that heat. Because when you face the heat, you grow up, and then you can handle more and more and more. You get bigger and bigger and bigger. It's not going to come to you for free. It's not going to come to you for nothing. Nothing ever does.
Nothing that comes from nothing.
You got it.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a wrap. That is the Uncover and Rate This podcast. Don't forget that we have Circle of Influence happening every Thursday, Corporate Conference Center. Barry will be there, Nicole will be there. This month's topic is quite exciting, pretty well done. Missed opportunities, I will advertise it nice and when you don't take action, you miss opportunities more than you realize.
Everyone's waiting for the friggin' opportunity. Yeah, how can I get opportunity? You go find them, you create them, and gave them. You gave the opportunity.
And others will come when you're in action, everything else happens around you.
You got it.
Don't forget to comment, subscribe, let us know your thoughts, let us know how you feel, what's going on about what your thoughts are on the podcast. And also get the first 10 people to comment, not just comment or not just say interested or anything like that, to comment, to give us some good feedback.
Yeah, what did you learn? What didn't you learn? What do you agree with? What do you disagree with? Send us a comment.
Yeah.
And the first 10 people on this podcast will receive what?
A free copy of the Sales in the Lifestyle book by Barry Mitchell. Remember, I said he is an author. So we do have that for you guys. And yeah, there's going to be an updated version coming. So you want to get your hands on the first edition because the second edition has some awesome stuff in it. Anti-tooling techniques to get you moving. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching. It's been really awesome. Thank you, Barry, for your time and your knowledge. We'll see you guys next week on the WW Latest Podcast.
Be awesome.